Good morning.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Monday.
It is indeed Monday.
No, we've talked about how we're losing track of time.
I know. I get up in the morning, I'm like, what day is it again? Because usually you have to go to work. I know that sadly we're not going to work right now. Or we do different workouts like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, definitely. And I was thinking this morning, I'm like, oh, must be what it feels like when you're on retirement a little bit.
Yeah, it's true.
So, but we're not.
Nope.
We're not.
Don't plan on either for a while. I like working.
I was also thinking as I was doing some research and just trying to keep the old brain fresh, I'm always interested in new information on holistic wellness, and I was thinking
That's an understatement. That is an understatement.
I can totally geek out, take a deep dive.
Totally geeks out. In a good way. All good. It's all geek is a complimentary term in our household.
But I think we're all doing a great job with this physical distancing, and there's always room for improvement. But I think I figured out the best way to flatten the curve.
Yay.
Which is taking care of yourself. Because, this is a pandemic right now, and in the future, there's going to be another one. So the best way to flatten this curve is really taking good care of yourself. And the prevention piece of it is so crucial. And even with our best efforts that we're all partaking in with physical distancing and making all these changes to our lives, if we can keep ourselves well, prevention is definitely the key. So
can I add, there's a statement that Laura and I have said 1,000 times in the clinic, and it's kind of the foundation of Chinese medicine. They said treating someone after they're sick is like digging a well when you're thirsty. So preventative.
Yeah.
Or forging the weapons after the battle's begun. There's
Yeah.
so many different variations on that statement, but it's really the foundational kind of one of the umbrella statements of our medicine. So.
And one of the side effects of that is you get to feel great while you're doing it. So today we wanted to talk about a balanced wellness week plan, and something that we like to try to do. I'm a bit of a planner.
Understatement again.
Things don't always go as I plan, but I figure that, at least I'll give it a try. And I do find that if I make a plan, then I'm much more likely to stick to it and reach my goals.
Yeah.
So the Balance Well Week plan is really actually pretty simple. And I actually drew out one of mine. I was going to share it, but I realized it's going to be backwards on Facebook Live, but I'll share it anyway. So really splitting your lifestyle choices in your day into 3 categories: body, mind, and spirit. I use body, mind, and spirit because it is a term that you hear really...
It's overused a little bit.
Yeah, it's overused, but it's easy to remember as a result. Yeah. And it does really cover the holistic aspect of health, and I like that.
Which is an overused word, but it really means treating the whole person.
Yeah.
When you share holistic.
Yeah. So this goal for the week is to have these 3 categories and do something for yourself in each of those categories each day. So that would mean that you're going to have something that you're going to do for your body each day, something that you're going to do for your mind each day, and something that you're going to do for your spirit each day. And examples of those can include the obvious things like for the body, doing something like exercising.
Tai Chi, exercise, aerobic.
Yep.
Skipping rope, skipping down the street.
Yeah, going for a walk 30 minutes a day. And an example of doing something for your mind would be learning something new or reading a book, or even having an intelligent conversation with your loved ones or a peer, teaching your kids something new. It's all going to keep our mind fresh, and there's such an epidemic right now of brain-related illnesses. So it's so important to work on that piece as well. I think oftentimes our medicine is so focused, or Western medicine, not Chinese medicine, Western medicine is so focused on the neck down and not on the neck up. And we really need to pay attention because it's all attached. It's not individual.
I just started guitar lessons recently.
Yes.
It's been on my bucket list to learn guitar.
Yep.
My daughter was going to turn in a guitar she purchased, and I said to Laura, I've always wanted to learn. Do you mind if I just keep the guitar? And I did 3 lessons person, then of course everything changed, and so now I had my first online lesson with the teacher that I'm learning from last week. So that's been great, and Believe me, challenging. I'm not Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, no, he's great.
No.
I'm telling you. All of a sudden, I was sitting here and I'm like, wow, is that Prince in there practicing? It was awesome. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to do. We're going to listen to Rick play the guitar.
No, that's not going to happen. We'll hear Laura sing at the same time.
Oh, yes. I'll definitely. Purple Rain, tomorrow.
Right, there you go. 9.
All right. And something for our spirit. And, even your guitar playing, I mean, it's a spiritual experience when I hear it. So I feel like that's a good example.
Right. That spirit has a broad
Yes,
definition,
yes.
apparently.
It sounds like there's spirits floating around.
Yeah, I'll bet
screaming.
there does.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So for the spirit piece, it could be something like meditation, something like prayer, anything that kind of connects you with your higher power, really.
And as we've mentioned a couple of times already, we judge ourselves. Look, if you get 2 minutes of meditation or contemplative moments in your day, then you get 2 minutes. It's
Right.
great. If you get 30 minutes, great. If you have 40, but we can't say it enough. Even with our own selves, I said to my kids, you can't control what's going to rain today, but you can control what you wear when you go out in the rain. So just don't be hard on yourself. I'm not that you are being, but just cut yourself some slack and say, I'll try to do, like Laura said, Laura and I were talking
Right.
about it in the last 24 hours, and just do what you can. And
Exactly.
then you can always increase from there.
Yep,
So,
and we were talking about how, if it seems too daunting to address all 3 of these categories, you can
Right.
choose one and just
Right.
focus on one of those categories this
Right.
week, and then maybe add something in next week and keep going with that. And then there's ways to double up. I always like that. I always like to double up.
Efficiency.
So
You're right.
something like yoga would kind of cross all those categories. You're doing something for your body, you're doing something for your mind.
Hi, Siobhan.
You've got, Siobhan is our yoga instructor at Balance.
Yeah.
And then you're doing something for your spirit because you're doing your deep breathing and the meditative aspect of it.
And to add to that, Laura and I talked about this today too. There's so many online yoga people. There's so many online exercise people. Qigong, which is Chinese yoga. I mean, there's so many variations on the theme right now because of the isolation part that you really, unless you don't have a computer or a smartphone, which some people don't. But
But
there's
they're not
so
watching us right now then. So we're not going to
I
worry
hadn't
about
thought
that.
about that part.
Not worrying about
right.
them.
Okay. Yeah. That's
No
good.
offense.
No
But
offense.
you can tell them about this.
Good point. Right. I hadn't thought about that one.
Sorry, interrupted
No,
your
it's
thought.
good. No.
I
That's
interrupted
good.
your thought.
That's
So some examples of doubling up might also be, last night I learned how to cook a new dish.
Yes, it was awesome.
So
too,
it
from what I
helped
heard.
out with the body piece of it because it was eating healthy, and then the mind piece of it because I learned a new recipe, which was really fun.
Literally one of her favorite recipes since I've known her.
Yeah.
And she's an awesome cook. She could own a restaurant.
Yeah.
And she cooked this dish last night, and my kids were woofing it. So,
Woofing.
yeah, they were woofing that down. Yes, they were. Patricia, that concert will not happen, but thank you for your thought. So,
All right, so the other idea is when you go on a walk, you can make it into a mindful walk.
Yes.
By just noticing everything around you, noticing the sights, the sounds, the smells, what you hear, and just taking that moment. I mean, that's a beautiful part of this pause. You can really take these moments because what else you got to do? So when you're out there walking, rather than, I know I can be head down, power walking, not paying attention, you can really pay attention and make it into a mindful moment.
so true.
Or you can slip on your little earbuds, AirPods, and listen to a podcast. So this is my...
She's been a podcast person for a long time. I just started, wow. Like when I'm doing a project, since this all started at home, I'll put that on and it's just awesome. There's 10,000 different podcasts you can access,
So this is what I do. I make 3 columns, body, mind, and spirit. Of course, that's backwards, I think, for you guys.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it is. But I was going to try to write backwards, but then it was illegible. It didn't look good. So body, mind, and spirit, you can write down what you're doing in each category. And you'll see with mine, some of the things crossed over different categories. Like the new recipe. Gardening was one, because that's physical, but, excuse me, I also find it very challenging with my mind because I get to research all the different grow times for the plants and the different seed companies that I want to actually purchase from. And then also for my spirit, because I do feel like it really connects me with the earth. And it's very calming for me. So that's
That
an
hits all of them,
idea.
actually, if you think about it.
Yes,
And
yes.
she's happiest when her hands are in the dirt. So.
And then eventually it'll be body because we'll be eating because I grow vegetables. I'm very focused on food. So if I'm going to grow it, I'm going to eat it. All right. So take your piece of paper, make your 3 columns, and have at it. You can use that piece of paper during the morning to plan out what you're going to be doing or for the whole week. And then at night you can go back and check it off if you're a list checker. It's fun. All
Which I am.
right.
I'm a list checker.
Love dirt. Angela. All right. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow is going to bring?
It's always a big surprise every day.
Yes. So we are going to be starting to get in, though, this week. I think this week we're ready for some supplements because there's some wonderful research being done with COVID and traditional Chinese medicine and the herbs and acupuncture and acupressure that has been used there very successfully. So I feel like we need to share this. I'm on some parent feeds for the kids' colleges and the students. There's several that have coronavirus, and I just feel like, oh my gosh, I want to reach through Facebook and grab them and talk to them about Chinese medicine without sounding too kooky. But I'm excited for that. Everybody have a great day.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Body, mind, spirit. Thanks for joining us.
Take care. Bye.